The United States of America, 1 dime coin dated 2004 with the P. Mint mark is a small yet historically rich piece of modern American coinage. Struck by the Philadelphia Mint, the P mark is located on the obverse sideheads of the coin, to the right of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's neckline, symbolizing its place of minting in the northeastern United States. The 1 dime coin, with a face value of 10 cents, has been part of the American monetary system since 1796. But the Roosevelt design featured on the 2004 coin was introduced in 1946, in tribute to President Franklin Delano Roosevelt following his death in 1945. He was chosen for the dime due to his strong association with the March of Dimes, a national foundation dedicated to combating polio, a disease Roosevelt himself battled. The obverse of the coin prominently displays Roosevelt's left-facing portrait, along with the inscriptions Liberty on the left margin, In God We Trust, just beneath his chin, and the mint year 2004 near the bottom. The mint mark P confirms its production at the Philadelphia Mint, which struck hundreds of millions of these coins in that year, specifically around 1.1 billion pieces, making it a common circulation issue, though not without collector interest. On the reverse side tails, the design features a torch in the center, flanked by an olive branch to the left, symbolizing peace, and an oak branch to the right, symbolizing strength and independence. This enduring design was created by John R. Sinek, chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, from 1925 until his death in 1947. Below the torch are the words 1 dime, denoting the coin's denomination, while the upper arc carries the country's name, United States of America. Nestled between these inscriptions is the nation's motto, E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, symbolizing unity through diversity. The coin is composed of copper-nickel clad, featuring a pure copper core sandwiched between outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This clad composition has been used for dimes since 1965. Following the removal of silver due to rising metal prices and hoarding, the diameter of the 2004P dime is 17.91 millimeters. Its thickness is 1.35 millimeters, and its weight is 2.268 grams. Its reeded edge, with 118 finely cut ridges, serves both aesthetic and anti-counterfeiting purposes. Historically developed to prevent coin clipping when silver was still in use. Despite its small size, the Roosevelt dime has long been a symbol of American resilience, leadership, and progressive healthcare reform thanks to Roosevelt's enduring legacy. In circulation, the 2004P dime was commonly used across the United States in everyday transactions. Vending machines, public telephones, parking meters before mobile technology transformed many of these systems. In terms of numismatic value, the 2004P dime is considered a modern circulation coin. In most cases, its value remains at face unless it is in uncirculated condition, has proof-like features, or possesses minting errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or missing edge reads. In mint state MS grades, such as MS65 or MS67, examples can be collected for modest premiums, often ranging from 25 cents to a few dollars. However, high-grade specimens certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC may command higher prices, especially in MS68 or above. Due to the difficulty in finding flawless coins in bulk production years, the 2004P Roosevelt dime is a reminder of the evolution of American coinage design and metallurgical innovation, as well as a snapshot of the early 21st century U.S. mint operations. Although not particularly rare, it holds a solid place in the continuum of American currency and remains a staple in U.S. commerce and collectors' albums. Each coin is a durable, functional artifact that connects modern Americans with the legacy of one of the nation's most pivotal leaders of the 20th century, whether viewed as a pocket change item or a collectible. The 2004P dime offers a fascinating blend of history, symbolism, and numismatic tradition in its modest, enduring form. The 2014P United States dime, officially known as the 2014 Roosevelt dime, is a 10-cent coin issued by the United States Mint and remains part of the long-standing Roosevelt dime series that began in 1946, The P mint mark signifies that. It was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally produces large quantities of circulating coinage. This particular coin features the familiar design honoring Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who led the country through the Great Depression and most of World War II. The dime was originally chosen to honor Roosevelt due to his advocacy for the March of Dimes, a campaign to combat polio, the disease he himself battled. On the obverse front, the coin carries a left-facing portrait of President Roosevelt, originally designed by John Arsenic, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint in the 1940s, around the portrait. The inscriptions read Liberty on the left edge, "In God We Trust" in smaller font below Roosevelt's chin, and the date 2014 on the lower right. Just above the date, the P mint mark can be found, identifying its origin at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse back of the 2014 dime carries the same classic design that has remained unchanged since 1946. It features a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left, representing peace, and an oak branch on the right, symbolizing strength and independence. The inscriptions include United States of America at the top rim, e pluribus, unum Latin for out of many, one horizontally across the center between the symbols, and one dime at the bottom, indicating its denomination. The combination of these design elements conveys the ideals of strength, unity, and peace that were associated with Roosevelt's legacy and America's post-war ideals, made from a clad composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. The 2014 P. Roosevelt dime has a standard diameter of 17.91 millimeters, a thickness of 1.35 millimeters, and a weight of 2.268 grams. It features a reeded edge, which serves as a security measure to prevent clipping and tampering. This composition has been in place since 1965. When silver was removed from circulating U.S. dimes due to rising metal prices, as a modern circulating coin, the 2014 P dime was produced in high quantity, with over 1.25 billion coins minted in Philadelphia that year, making it widely available and generally of low numismatic value unless found in exceptional, uncirculated, or proof condition. Collectors may find mint state examples graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC desirable, especially those with sharp strikes and no contact marks, although not rare or particularly valuable in circulated condition. The 2014 Roosevelt dime serves as a continuing tribute to one of America's most impactful presidents and reflects the resilience of the U.S. Mint's modern coinage system. It is a representative coin of its time, durable, practical, and carrying a design deeply rooted in American 20th century history. For collectors, it may hold sentimental or symbolic value, especially for those assembling full-date Roosevelt dime sets. Moreover, it underscores how even everyday coins carry layers of history, design significance, and patriotic messaging. The presence of the Philadelphia P mint mark, first introduced on dimes in 1980, adds further historical context, representing the evolution of U.S. minting practices. While the 2014 P dime continues to circulate widely in commerce, pristine versions in original mint packaging, mint sets, or proof sets sold by the U.S. Mint can still be sought out by enthusiasts aiming to preserve its condition for future generations. The 2018 United States of America 1 dime, commonly known as the Roosevelt dime, is a 10-cent coin that continues the long-running tradition of honoring President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. The 2018 dime, like its predecessors since 1946, features Roosevelt's left-facing portrait on the obverse. Originally designed by John Arsenic, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, his initials J's appear at the truncation of Roosevelt's neck. Surrounding his profile are the inscriptions Liberty on the left, In God We Trust near the bottom left, the year 2018 at the lower right, and the mint mark, such as P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco, positioned just above the year. The Philadelphia Mint dime bears the P mint mark and is struck in large circulation numbers, typically without a mint mark before 1980. However, since 1980, the P has appeared on dimes minted there. The reverse side of the 2018 Roosevelt dime maintains the classic imagery that reflects American ideals and values. It features a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left, symbolizing peace, and an oak branch on the right, symbolizing strength and independence. Above these images is the country's name, United States of America, while beneath them is the coin's denomination, 1 dime. The phrase e pluribus unum, Latin for out of many. 1 is inscribed horizontally across the base of the torch and branches. The reverse design was also crafted by John R. Sinek, and it has remained unchanged for over 7 decades, reflecting the enduring respect for Roosevelt's leadership and the symbolism of unity, peace, and liberty. From a numismatic perspective, the 2018 Roosevelt dime was minted in Philadelphia P, Denver D, and San Francisco S. The Philadelphia and Denver versions were produced for general circulation, while the San Francisco dimes were primarily issued in proof sets for collectors. The 2018P and 2018D dimes were struck in huge numbers, hundreds of millions, making them common in circulation and low in collector value unless in uncirculated or error condition. The composition of the dime remains the same as it has since 1965, a clad composition, consisting of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a core of pure copper. With an overall weight of 2.268 grams and a diameter of 17.91 millimeters, the coin has a reeded edge with 118 reeds, which helps deter counterfeiting and allows for tactile identification. The 2018 dime does not feature any special designs, commemorations, or alterations to its traditional appearance. However, collectors do look for errors and varieties, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or other minting anomalies that can give these otherwise common coins a higher value. Coins in MS67 condition or higher, especially those graded by PCGS or NGC, may carry a small premium due to their exceptional quality, while proof coins from San Francisco, especially those graded PR70 with deep cameo finishes, are valued among collectors for their visual perfection and rarity in pristine condition. In terms of historical context, 2018 Roosevelt dime reflects the ongoing legacy of a man who profoundly influenced the 20th century. Roosevelt's portrait was chosen for the dime partly due to his association with the March of Dimes, a campaign originally established to combat polio, a disease he personally struggled with. The coin remains a circulating tribute to his life and contributions. Economically and politically, 2018 was a time of global shifts and internal developments in the United States. But the Roosevelt dime remained a quiet, enduring element of American coinage, a small yet constant symbol of strength, unity, and legacy in American hands. Thus, the 2018 Roosevelt dime stands not only as a functional piece of currency, but as a compact artifact of national identity, historical remembrance, and design continuity, marking over 70 years of uninterrupted tribute to one of the nation's most transformative leaders. While it is common in circulation, it maintains its relevance in the numismatic world through varieties, errors, and proof editions, continuing to draw the attention of collectors, historians, and the general public. The 2022D Roosevelt deminted by the Denver Mint is a modern 10-cent coin that continues the long-standing tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. This particular dime is part of the regular circulating coinage of the United States and remains an essential part of everyday commerce. It reflects not only a continuity of design and function, but also the nation's respect for Roosevelt's immense contributions, especially his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as his role in the establishment of the March of Dimes, a public health initiative to combat polio. On the obverse front of the 2022 D. Roosevelt dime, we'll find a portrait of President Roosevelt facing left, a design created by John R. Sinek, graver of the U.S. Mint, whose initials JS appear at the base of Roosevelt's neck. The inscriptions on the obverse include Liberty along the left rim, the motto "In God We Trust" to the left of Roosevelt's chin, the date 2022 to the right, and the D mint mark indicating the Denver Mint just above the date. The reverse back of the coin features a torch in the center, flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. Around the edge are the inscriptions United States of America at the top, E pluribus, unum, meaning out of many. One in the center just beneath the torch, and one dime at the bottom. The dime is composed of clad metal, made of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a core of pure copper, giving the coin a silver-like appearance despite having no actual silver content. Each dime weighs 2.268 grams, measures 17.91 millimeters in diameter, and has a reeded edge with 118 reeds. The 2022 D Roosevelt dime was struck in large quantities, over 1.15 billion. Pieces were produced, making it a common coin in circulation, though high-quality mint state specimens, especially those graded MS67 or higher, are of greater interest to collectors. The value of a circulated 2022 D dime is its face, valued in cents, but uncirculated or certified high-grade examples may be valued higher in the numismatic market. Additionally, errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or die clashes, though rare, can significantly increase a coin's value among specialists. From a historical standpoint, the Roosevelt dime has been in continuous production since 1946, the year after Roosevelt's death, and it remains a strong symbol of public health efforts and leadership. The 2022 edition shows the Mint's continued commitment to producing durable, functional coinage that honors past American leaders and reflects the consistent style of 20th century U.S. coin design. Although not considered a rare coin, the 2022 D Roosevelt dime represents a thread in the rich tapestry of American coinage history, a small but enduring reminder of Roosevelt's legacy carried in the pockets of millions every day.